Originally, I got into it just to kind of vent some tension, just to fight a little bit. And I just thought it was something I needed to know. And once I started, I originally thought I could out-muscle a lot of people, and a guy half my size was tooling me. And then I realized that I gotta learn it whether I like it or not. And then I think after a month, I was addicted. I think my first memory is I showed up and I took a class and I didn't understand any of it. Like, the guy was guard and he was putting triangles on me. And I just kind of thought, what the fuck? And my neck hurt the next day. And I was like, I can't let this beat me. But I knew it was a sport, I had to learn it. And I was pretty confident I could get good at it, but I needed to learn, and I needed to be the right place. I needed a specific coach that was gonna click with me. So I was pretty self-taught for the most part until I found Hayastan and Gokor, Chivichi, and G. LaBelle. Then I found my groove. I chose to seek out Gokor and Jean because I thought I had always heard it was the most brutal place to be, and I just always have to face the demon. That's just me. And I'm glad I went there. That place made me who I am today. And it made me fearless on a lot of stuff. And I was very grateful for that. And I'll never forget that. For me, I never got to do the sports I wanted to do when I was younger. I was a worker, not an athlete. So later in my life, I filled in that void. I just never found a sport that I found interesting. I was never much of a team sport guy. So, you know, MMA and grappling was perfect for me because I controlled my own fate. And I could work really hard, and that was the thing. I was never talented, but I had a work ethic. So when guys would learn how to shrimp, how much time do they really spend shrimping? Well, I would bought a little mat and I would shrimp and do leg and foot control, coordination drills, 30 minutes, 2 times a day, every day. Every day. And I did all the stuff that your coach tells you should do, but no one does because it's boring as shit. And that's what it takes. If you want to get good, it's not hard to figure out. You just got to do the work. There is no shortcuts. There's guys that are, you know, they maybe did sports when they were younger and they're just very coordinated and they have some gifts, but those guys that have gifts, they will always be short-sold because gifts without work ethic always results in failure because hard work beats talent. It does. You work your ass off, you'll beat those talented guys. It's inevitable. I'll tell you why people quit early, and this is my belief. They don't really love it. I can't tell you how many guys have told me, I loved grappling, I loved jiu-jitsu, but then I hurt my neck. It's a cop-out. You know, I'm more fucked up than any guy I've ever met, and I still get on the mat. I have every excuse in the book. I just know that if you want to do this game, you're going to hurt. We're all going to be riddled with arthritis. We're all going to pay the man eventually, but we love it enough to suffer. That's someone that really loves it, and that's what makes us different. There's this kid. He was a guitar teacher in a high school. This kid just had nothing going for him athletically, but he was a clever guy. I liked him a lot, right? And we used to let him come train with us because he was just such a nice guy. You know, he would train with our team, and you know, he had no business being there. But we would take him to a competition, and he just never quit. And he ended up winning, like, you know, a couple matches, and like he was our little, almost like a mascot. Like, if this guy can do it, we can fucking kill it, right? And then one day, he ended up telling me that he got brain cancer, and he was fucked. The doctor said there's an experimental surgery that we can do to try to fix it, but you might not survive the surgery. And I'll never forget the day he came into the gym to say goodbye to everybody. And it meant goodbye, because he might not survive it. So he goes into the surgery, and he wears his shorts with my rank stripe on his shorts, okay, for the surgery. This is the kind of kid this kid is. Survives the surgery, comes back in, and I don't know how many staples he had in his head, but it was a fucking lot, right through here, like a big horseshoe of staples. He can't even move his arm, can't move it at all. First thing he does, he comes into practice. He just watches, right? Just to watch. Gets the staples out, he gets a Rogi helmet, puts it on. He can't move his arm. Grapples one-handed, right? Learns to grapple one hand. Gets so good at it now that he's actually submitting guys. He still grapples to this day. Now you're gonna go tell that kid, right? I quit, I loved it, but my neck was sore. It bothered me. Think about this. This kid's risking his life. That guy's like one of my fucking heroes. Because the guts and heart he has for that skinny little dork, I can't think of many fighters, big strong guys with that kind of heart, you know? He loved it so much, he would come back in, and with one hand, he found a way to win. How do you not love the sport when you have people like that walking around? You'd be surprised, that skinny dork that's in your class, he might have the heart of a goddamn lion. He doesn't have the ability to show it just yet. And that's one of the things I love about this sport.